Back at New York Comic-Con, Marvel Comics announced a handful of events scheduled for 2023. Far too many, in my opinion, but this is really just the beginning. And now they're rolling out their events on how they're going to actually kick these things off. Most notably with Free Comic Book Day, we've got some ideas of what they're going to do, a couple of hints at some prizes in there, and it sounds like the return of a classic title, at least to the X-Men. Marvel Comics revealed their plans for Free Comic Book Day 2023, and it features 4 free comics. Those comics include Avengers XMen, SpiderMan Venom, Marvel's Voices, and Spidey and Friends. Free Comic Book Day will take place in May of 2023. Marvel promises these Free Comic Book Day comics will be a lead into Fall of X and Summer of Symbiotes, both events announced at New York Comic-Con this year. Undoubtedly, this will not be the only way that they lead into these big events, specifically Fall of X and Summer of Symbiotes. There will also be a timeless anthology story, I think from Jed MacKay once again, starring Kang, where basically there's a little story going on in there. And within it, they also preview all the events coming up for the next year. Although that's not free, they actually charge you $8 or $10 for that preview comic book, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But I will admit, I have to admit, last year's timeless comic book starring Kang from Jed MacKay was actually pretty damn good. Let's talk about some of the details that we do have and some of the hints and surprises awaiting us on Free Comic Book Day 2023. Free Comic Book Day 2023 Avengers XMen #1 sets the stage for Fall of X, a new X-Men event announced at New York Comic-Con that could bring about the end of Mutantkind's Krakoan age. Marvel teased the issue features a pair of all-new stories that set the stage for the next evolution in mutant adventures and introduces an uncanny new lineup for a new team book launching next year, plus a preview of Jonathan Hickman and Valerio Schiti's upcoming mystery project. I think by now we've all figured out that Jonathan Hickman and Valerio Schiti's upcoming mystery project is in fact Doctor Strange. They've said it isn't, but we've seen the preview art and it's clearly Doctor Strange. I don't even know why they're denying it at this point, but apparently it will be confirmed to be Doctor Strange in this Free Comic Book Day issue. Obviously the bigger thing there, even bigger than setting up Fall of X, is the tease that Uncanny X-Men is going to return. If you remember, in between the X-Men Colors era and in between the Krakoan age, they actually relaunched Uncanny X-Men #1 with about 6 new writers. It all led into Age of X-Men, which was absolutely atrocious. I think we got 10 issues of Uncanny X-Men before Matthew Rosenberg actually took over as a primary writer on issues 11, I think, through 19 or 20. And shockingly, issues 11 through 17 are like really damn good. If you want a good X-Men comic and you're tired of the Krakoan era and you didn't read those Matthew Rosenberg Uncanny X-Men comics, go check them out. They're actually really good. So it sounds like they're going to relaunch Uncanny X-Men once again with a new lineup. So we'll have Immortal X-Men, X-Men, and Uncanny X-Men. X-Men is like, that's a whole lot of X-Men. As far as the idea that they're going to kill off the Krakoan age in Fall of X, I call balderdash. There's no way that they're going to exit this era. This era of X-Men is a revenue generator for far too many incompetent writers at Marvel under the stewardship of Jordan White, the X-Men group editor. There's no way they're canceling this. Leah Williams, J.D. Howard, Vita Ayala, Danny Lore, Steve Orlando, they wouldn't have jobs anywhere else. This is the only place that they can work and the only time that they can work. Once they kill the Krakoan era, they're actually going to have to bring in good writers, and I don't see them planning on doing that anytime soon. So they can tease it, but there's absolutely no way in hell that they're going to be ending the Krakoan age anytime soon. I called it here, folks. That is not a prediction. That is a goddamn spoiler right there. Let's talk about another comic book. Free Comic Book Day 2023 Spider-Man Venom #1 readies fans for Summer of Symbiotes, also announced at New York Comic-Con. The event stars Carnage, Venom, Red Goblin, and more in a slew of new symbiote-related stories. Marvel teased Free Comic Book Day 2023 Spider-Man Venom will web-sling readers into exciting developments currently taking place in Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr.'s hit run on Amazing Spider-Man and lay the groundwork for the Summer of Symbiotes, plus a preview of a new Marvel epic just on the horizon. I'll be honest, I really love Spider-Man, but this comic book sounds a lot less interesting. And the tease that they have, like for the next epic on the horizon, who gives a damn? It'll be Dan Slott or one of their other hack writers like Jason Aaron getting another opportunity that they don't deserve at this point. Nothing interesting to see there, in my opinion. Now, regarding the Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr. Spider-Man run, I thought it started out pretty good. Obviously, we got the big issue with the big crater, and MJ won't talk to Peter Parker, and Aunt May hates Peter Parker, but they've done nothing with it. I really like the Tombstone story. I thought that was really solid. And then it just kept getting diverted into events and events and events. And, you know, it's Devil's Raid. And then this Axe Judgment Day. They never actually got to the story itself. And now it's going to be sidelined by another event. I don't think this is good juju for that Amazing Spider-Man run, which I personally think is in jeopardy right now when it comes to Spider-Man readers. I know a lot of them are getting frustrated. They want some progression as far as the story. They want some resolution on why everybody hates Peter Parker so much. And we have not been getting that. As far as the Venom stuff, I know it's still selling, but I just don't think that Ram V. Al Ewing Venom series is all that interesting. It certainly wasn't interesting enough for me to go out there and pick up the Carnage comic book. I don't even know if that one's good. I haven't even checked it out. I don't think Summer of Symbiote sounds all that exciting. We've had a lot of symbiote events. Obviously, we had the 200 Donny Cates and a couple of other before that. So I think this is going to be 5 symbiote starring events in like 5 years. It's a bit of overkill. This does not feel special at this point. Obviously, Marvel Comics has some time to set this up, get my attention, get your attention, and let us know Summer of Symbiotes is going to be worth our time and money. But at this point, it doesn't feel that way. Appearing on the cover for Free Comic Book Day 2023, Marvel's voices #1 are Miles Morales, Black Panther, Monica Rambeau, America Chavez, Shang-Chi, Storm, and more. The publisher said the issue invites readers to the groundbreaking and critically acclaimed Marvel's Voices series, which spotlights creators and characters across Marvel's diverse and ever-evolving universe. The book will include a range of stories from previous Marvel's Voices issues, as well as a brand new one, going out and taking some select stories from the Marvel's Voices anthology series that no one is reading and printing them out and trying to give them away for free. It's just a waste of time. Nobody is going to read this anthology that isn't already reading it. It absolutely sucks. They don't put good creators on it. They don't tell good, compelling stories. And quite honestly, I just feel bad for the comic book shop owners. They have one day a year when lots of people show up. Their comic shop is filled to the brim, Free Comic Book Day. Marvel's giving them 4 comics to give away, and they won't be able to give away Marvel's Voices. And if they do, it'll end up lining like a birdcage or something like this. It'll end up in like kitty litter. You know what I mean? These things are absolutely worthless. I understand what they're trying to do, but it hasn't worked. They don't sell. No one cares. You can't even give them away for free. And it's like I said, you're just wasting trees at this point. I thought you guys liked the environment. Why are you doing so much damage trying to get over this stupid fucking concept that no one cares about? They just want good comic book stories. Now, the last Free Comic Book Day, I have a different opinion. Free Comic Book Day 2023, Spidey and Friends #1 is aimed at younger readers and stars a number of fan-favorite Spider-Man characters swing into adventure with Spidey, Ghost Spider, and Miles as they face off against Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and more in the spectacular special filled with easy-to-read comic stories based on the hit Disney Junior show. This book is perfect for the youngest readers aged 5 to 7. Young fans will even be able to test their wall-crawling skills with the thrilling interactive activity pages. Kids will love this not-to-be-missed comic, the perfect primer for the newest generation of Spider fans. For the most part, DC Comics and Marvel, when they go out there and try to engage younger viewers, there's a lot of swing and miss. I think this looks like it's pretty fun. The Spidey show on Disney Junior is actually pretty good. I know my 3-year-old loves it. My 7-year-old, he doesn't love it, but when his brother's watching it, he can sit around and watch it as well. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. The art looks like it's definitely tailor-made for children, and I just think Marvel and DC should do more stuff like this. Instead of just giving it away, they need an entire line of comic books aimed at readers like 5 to 10 years old. And they just don't do enough of this stuff. Even Strange Academy, which I think is fantastic, probably isn't right for readers of that age. Although I do read it with my 7-year-old and he does like it. But they need more stuff that appeals to kids. They tried the graphic novel stuff. That hasn't really worked unless Scholastic does it for them. They've tried a few series here and there, but most of their writers just missed the mark. This stuff looks like it's going to be money. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If I was there and I had my kids, I would definitely be getting all of them a copy of that. So I think it sounds exciting, and I hope they do more of this kind of stuff in the future. I hope you go out to your comic book shop in May of 2023 and support Free Comic Book Day. Support small business. Go in there, get your free comic books, but pick up a trade or two. Find a comic book maybe you can enjoy with your kids. Have a little bit of fun there. Or maybe if you're a collector, go find something that you've been looking for a while. It's a lot of fun. This is the best hobby in the world. This is the best storytelling medium in the world. But Marvel Comics are doing everything in their power to absolutely destroy it. One way they're doing that, as we've discussed here in this video, is with the overwhelming amount of events. When they announced their event schedule for 2023 at New York Comic Con, I was less than enthused. If you want to see all the details and my reactions and my thoughts regarding Marvel Comics 2023 events, I made this video directly for you. If you can't see it here, there's also a link in the video description.